Greetings YouTube, Fuzzfinger here bringing you episode 10 of our Final Fantasy XII playthrough, and in today's episode the plan is to make our way through a highly annoying dungeon, but hopefully with the aid of this walkthrough you'll get to the other side without taking too much of a beating. So do pull up a chair if you enjoy watching, don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned. Right, so let's just turn off the speed enhancement thingy for the time being so that we can try and get our whereabouts sorted. We haven't got a whole lot of map at the moment by the looks of things. So there's a time-worn device here. So we can activate it, but I don't think it does anything except trigger a bit of a scene. Okay, so with that done, we can head all the way down the steps now to the next area, or to the bottom of this area rather. And it looks like there's a vendor of some kind around here, doesn't it? So shall we pop over and say hello? Can we loot this thing? No, apparently not. Okay, so we are told we need to get the power working, and then maybe we can actually open the gate. And he gifts us with a tube fuse. How very kind. And we can also speak to him again and actually shop with him. He's got a few weapons, along with the usual stuff of potions and phoenix downs and what have you, although we've got a nice supply of this stuff at the moment, so I'm not going to spend any gil on that. But you can also purchase some magics as well, depending on what licenses you have, and you can also purchase some gambits as well. I mean, maybe it wouldn't hurt for us to do some of this. Yeah, he is, isn't he, Avery? So gambits in the original Final Fantasy XII were found in treasure chests. They were randomly dispersed throughout treasure chests as well. But now, you purchase them all. Every single gambit in the game is purchased. Let's just purchase some of these south ones, and for some of the lower ones for now. And perhaps some of the MP ones, MP plus 50% or less than 50%. And some of the extra ally HPs as well. Stock up the ones that we already have. Fill in the gaps. I'm not going to go mental with gambits at the moment though. But there's a few we can get, so we may as well do so. Oh, let's just go for it, shall we? What's the worst that's going to happen? We've got the gil. Just gives us more options then when we're involved in setting up tactics later on, I guess, doesn't it? And we've got to get them all eventually anyway, so may as well be now. There we go, is that the last one? Right, there's definitely some kind of treasure thing here, but it's not letting me access it, unless that's where this guy keeps his supplies, perhaps. Okay, so we can check this thing out here, and again, nothing happens. I've got an idea what I want to use, Avery, though I haven't got the list in front of me right now. But I'm not doing any jobs yet until we reach a certain point in the game that we have all of the available jobs unlocked. I know the jobs are unlocked now, but we can only activate 1 per character. Later on we can activate 2 per character, and once we've got a full quota of characters in our party, that way we can create a master save file and play around with all different builds and that before deciding on which one we want to use. Since selecting jobs is permanent, I don't want to do that now because we can't change our mind at that point, which is really quite annoying in all honesty. Anyhow, we're going to head back upstairs now and go back to that first switch that we looked at, and we should be able to put the fuse into it. Right, and look at that, we've actually got some light now, which is useful, and we have a charge gauge on the right hand side of the screen. So now we want to go ahead and save our game once more. Okay, so game is saved now. And now we're going to go down and once more try this switch over here that did nothing before. This time we get a bit of a cutscene. And on this occasion the gate actually opens, but our charge has dropped to 70%. So just note that for the time being. And Barok here, or Baroth, or whatever the heck his name is basically telling us that as long as the lights are on, then we're going to be able to make our way through the passage. But if the charge that we see on the right hand side drops to 30%, he says, then the enemies are going to be coming through into the area. It's 3 o'clock where I am, Avery. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And if the charge drops below 50%, then we're going to be getting zombies and skeletons. And then to 30% we're going to be getting spectres and skull defenders. And also other enemies can show their way as well, which is a little bit annoying. And if we get to 29%, then I think we get all sorts of nasty stuff, so let's head into the next area anyway. So this cretin here is known as a mimic.
Who turned out the lights? One of those?
I've heard of these. Mimics. They disguise themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
Lights out, and it's worse in the dark.
Roundabout in the Midlands, Cosmictron.
Get too close to one of those conduits, and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
Right, so first things first, we need to go and attack this first mimic here that's eating the battery. So let's just go ahead and kill this zombie first, though we have got to be really careful because if we run out of stuff, run out of charge, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So maybe we should have gone for the mimic first, but we'll see how we get on. We'll go for it next. And we can even perhaps try and steal. Try that again. We got a pile of iron scraps. How wonderful. And it's down. Wonderful. So we get back some of the charge that it stole. In fact, we get back all of it. Grab the treasure here for a potion. Right, next up we're going to make our way through the doorway here. Kill some of these tiny mimics as well. As a matter of fact, we're going to leave those because we need to get to this next mimic. Otherwise, we're going to have all manner of nasty stuff after us. So hold the R2 button down in order to sprint. And we have to attack it to stop it from draining the stuff here. Rightio. So, looks like our friends want to take out the little guys first. So we'll just leave them be on that, I guess. But the charging has stopped dropping at the moment. So we can really just concentrate on taking this guy out. And he's hitting us with all manners of nasty stuff now, known as discharge and charges. As he once again feeds, and that actually helps to restore his health. Come on, just finish him off now, please. Is he down? Very close to being so. There we go. And we managed to get our charge back up to 88%. So... Right then, that's the final mimic in this section, so we can actually just spend a bit of time now before moving on, checking for any other treasures and that we might have missed as we was rushing around. So a couple of treasures at the start here. And I'm not sure if we missed anything on the stairs because we were pretty quick. But I guess now is a good opportunity to go and find out. And it looks like we didn't. Let's speed things up. I do keep forgetting about the speed up button, actually. Right, let's move on now. I'm still used to playing this game without it. But it's such a handy feature, I need to be making more use of it. And look at that, more mimics. So same rule applies, we need to attack them as fast as possible really. And we're going to leave the other fella for the time being. Oh, where is the next one? Ah, there it is, look. Right down here. So just be careful because by the looks of it there's a heck of a lot of other enemies around on us at the moment as well. Which I guess doesn't really help the situation, does it, when you're trying to clear things up here. There we go, it's down. And we get our charge back up to 100%. How marvellous. Okay, now we can head back and nab some of these other cretins that managed to avoid our gaze earlier on. And also, there should be a map urn around here. Ah, it's down there. Okay, so we'll get that a little bit later on. Okay, and I don't think there's anything else up here. Doesn't hurt to check, of course. So now we're going to head down the other fork in this path. Or the other path in this fork. Whichever way you prefer to say that. Some other little ones, but these won't drain the charge, so they're not a big deal, but we'll take them out anyway. I have Cosmic Tron actually. I've played The Last Hope, which was on the PS3 International version, and I also played, what was the one on the PS2? I cannot remember. Star Ocean, Till the End of Time. I love that game, and it's just become available on PS4 as well, I noticed, on the store. So I'm going to have to get that at some point and have a play with it, because I had a lot of fun with that back in the PS2 days. So, right, where was I anyway? A little bit distracted then, getting giddy thinking about Star Ocean. So, okay, we'll go down here because there's another mimic. This one hasn't been doing much though, so he hasn't been draining our charge levels, but we're going to kill it anyway. Now he decides he wants to. So hold R2 down. Otherwise, you'll be trying to attack all these other creatures on the way down. Oh, could do with a heal there, please, somebody. Thank you. I feel like I'm having to solo this thing at the moment. Right. Mimic number 3 in this area is down. And a treasure chest. And the one that we missed from down here. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on covering that game, Cosmic Tron. I'm just not sure when yet. I was actually going to do it recently, but then because Final Fantasy XII was so imminent, I decided not to commit to that, because I reckon one of these games would have ended up being neglected had I done so. Okay, sounds like we're levelling up nicely. Just checking the sides as we go here. A nice file of eye drops there. Right, what have we got down here? Nothing by the looks of things. We've got this Seeker though, so we'll take care of that. Wow, that Seeker was a bit of a pain. It actually killed Bash as well, which I guess is not part of the plan, so we'll go ahead and resurrect him first of all with one of our 11 Phoenix Downs. And he gets healed up. So we're going to head up this path here. See if there's anything going on. Oh right, yes, of course, it's the map. Although, let's be honest, we've actually explored a lot of this dungeon already by the time we've managed to reach this urn. Still. No, it has unlocked a little bit towards the south end sections, hasn't it? So. And I believe there's one more battery mimic just further down here. Nice, Cosmic Tron. Hopefully people will check that out. What we're killing now, the Stealing F, I guess. Charges and dropping down. If you like the Final Fantasy franchise and you like Japanese role-playing games, Taka, then I do recommend this, absolutely, yes. It's a lot of fun. Okay, here's the final battery mimic. I mean, it's an old game, Final Fantasy XII. It was a PS2 game. Although it's been nicely spruced up for the PS4 here. Looks like we've got some nasty stuff here. Yeah, the battle system's quite fun in this game, Avery. It was actually catching people off guard when it first came out because it was so different to the previous Final Fantasy games. But it still has the remnants of an ATB system, doesn't it, with this charge bar? So, in effect, in today's standards, it actually feels, in some ways, like a step backwards, doesn't it? Which is interesting. Come on, let's take this guy out, please. So this is actually the optional area, but before we go any further... Oh, let's go and kill this other mimic down here. I'm really thinking we've missed a conduit in that last area, but I'm not sure where it would be. Yes, Cosmic Tron it is, and even though we're not controlling the other party members, although we can do if we want to, the Gambit system in this game, which pretty much lets you set up exactly what they do and when they do it, is very, very powerful. And it's a very deep system tactically. Right, that brings our charge level back up. Now we'll head south. So as I was saying, this area is optional. You could just head south from that last area and then you'll skip out this bit. Oh, look at that. Bombs. We haven't seen these for, well, ever in this Final Fantasy up to this point. So I wonder if they're going to explode on us. I guess we'll find out soon, won't we? This is where the blizzard spell would come in handy, I guess. But we don't have it. Any chance of a cure, please? Slacking a bit. How much health has this fella got left? He's dead. Okay, let's take on Bomb A. I like the way they've got like a fuse on top of their heads. It's a nice little touch. Grab the leather gorget. No, Avery, I haven't. So a lot of this gear that we're finding we can't use because we haven't selected any jobs at this point. We're going this way now. Okay, so is that the most we can do in this area? Yes. So now we're going to head back to the previous area and then we're going to go back down south. But we killed those mimics, I guess, so bit of a bonus. Are they going to kill him for us? Yep. Righty-ho, so this is the first time we've made it into this area. For now, anyway. And as you can see, we're getting close to the objectives here. So we'll start by heading to the west. I guess that's the conduits we need, isn't it? Which is why they're highlighted on the map. So I must have just been looking at the wrong thing before. Oh, these flans are annoying because they need to be hit with magic, really. But we don't have a whole lot of it. Let's see what we've got in terms of items that we might be able to throw. Dart damage to all foes in range. Maybe a bit of wind damage. I don't think it's going to do much, but let's see what happens. Oh no, look at that. We did some nice damage with that aero mote. Treasure, potion, I'll take that, if you don't mind. More lovely flans, but first we need to get rid of the battery mimic, lest we lose all our charge of this area, which we do not want to do. If we've got any other lovely items we can throw, but I don't want to waste any. I'm not going to bother. Let's steal from this fella. And then if we go over to one of our other characters, such as Fran, for example, she can cast fire. Yeah, I think they are Cosmic Tron. The problem is I don't have Thunder Spell at the moment. So, I was going to check my other characters, but I'm pretty sure I don't have Thunder. Yeah, we've only got Fire. Which didn't seem to do a whole lot against the mimics either. So I won't bother with that again. Let's see if fire does any good against the mimic. So we can get rid of it as quickly as possible. Not the mimic, sorry, the flan. Yes, it did. Yes, yes, that's good. Let's finish this guy off. Oh, come on. It's got like an inkling of health. There we go, it's dead now. Oh, what's everyone else going to target now? Oh, another flipping flan. Don't you just love them? Let's get rid of it quickly. Nope, no MP. Okay, let's not get rid of it quickly. We have got an ether now, actually. Maybe we could go ahead and use that. If we just go down to items here. I know we've got an ether because we looted one. And we'll put that onto Fran. We need to get rid of this charge, or we need to boost it up rather, is what I mean to say, because we're getting all kinds of enemies spawning now, which is not what we want to be seeing. So let's get rid of the flan, because that's the thing that's annoying us. And one more fire attack. No, not steel. Black magic. If we can kill this, then the mimic should go shortly after, I reckon. Right, come on now, take the mimic out, please, folks. Oh man, it's healing up again now. Let's try firing it again. Firing it, I like it. And it's down at last. So we should get our charge gauge back up here. Oh yeah, the ethers are useful, aren't they? The good thing about Final Fantasy XII is that when you're running around, your MP actually builds up. Hopefully you'll notice as we do that now that Fran's MP is going to move in the right direction at this point. So let me just check the map here. I don't think we need to go over there. We need to hurry up and take this other mimic out actually, because our charge gauge is falling once more. Right, can we please just focus on the mimic? If any other enemies come, just ignore them for now. That's it, take him out. Take him out. Good. Good. Get our charge back up, that's it. Now let's go and explore this optional area. Might be a couple of mimics in here. Oh look, bombs. Just using normal attacks on these, to be honest, because, well, the only magic we've got is fire. And obviously that's not going to do us any good here. So these fire stones and wind stones and all the other stones that we're stealing, we can just sell for gil. Right. Up the stairs. Just check there's nothing up here. Nope. There could have been a potion spawn, I reckon, but there hasn't been. And some more mimics. Let's hurry up and take those out. Some nasty attacks from these guys, isn't there? Yeah, I don't know if you can have ice by this point. You probably can actually Cosmic Tron, but I haven't done anything in terms of jobs at the moment. And there's various reasons for that. But for now it means that we've just got to melee them to death, basically. I've only got fire and that's it. Yet more level hype. Oh, okay, we are actually draining on our stuff here. It's this thing here. It's going to have to die, I'm afraid. Level 8 for Fran. Well done, Fran. Right. Is there anything for us to switch or click or anything of that nature around here? Is that another treasure chest? No. Okay, we're out of MP now, unfortunately. And we're also out of ethers, which means it's melee for the win at this point. Who's got hit with blind? That's Bash, so we need to get rid of that, in all honesty. Eye drops will do the trick on that. Down goes the flan. Okay, there's the switch. This is what we need to do in order to activate the next gate. You hear a loud sound from the south. The gate is open. Just check nothing else around here. Oh, another flan. I don't know what Van's doing here. He's hitting it for 0 and for 1. He's like, you might as well go back home to bed. Well, we're getting through a lot of potions at the moment. How many have we got left, just out of curiosity? We had about 50. 26. So I just need to be a little bit careful that we don't go too excessive with those. We're going up. Get my bearings here again. Yes, that's it. And then up here, around there, and in through here. And back across. Right, so at this point, I believe the plan is that we start heading south. And it looks like we're going to need to spend a bit of time stealing so that we don't fall too far behind on potions. Although we didn't actually get a potion this time. Van is blinded. Let's cure that so that he can go back to doing his 0 and 1 damage attacks. I might dodge some of these slimes from now on until we get some MP back for Fran. Right, anything for us? Nope, nothing. Right, let's keep moving. And heading to the next area at this point.
Mist seethes.
It reeks. Something's close. Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. You meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed him.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
Rex, sir. My name's Rex. All I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I. Living in
Time box. Save the discussion for later.
What if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Sir, we have little time. You must go to
As I
King.
feared. They're slowing
My
us
home,
down.
Captain Ozilis,
And for my parents.
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
His Majesty was a traitor.
A twin brother. Fancy that. But still, the pieces fit, I'll give you that much. And he did look like you.
I don't believe you.
Of course not. It was my fault that Rex was there. I am sorry.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything. How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now, surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything!
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
Okay, so some interesting exposition in that cutscene at that point. And something interesting to note as well is that Bash here actually has a new weapon, I believe. He either has it now or he gets it soon, but I'm pretty sure he's got it now. Oh yeah, he did, he got it in that cutscene, didn't he? Let's just have a wee look. We can't change his equipment. The point is, anyway, he does a lot more damage now, even though we can't see that, which is good. So going forward into the rest of this dungeon is going to be more of a breeze. At least that's the theory. I'm sure we'll face tougher enemies. But there's a lovely save point here, and I think we've needed that for a while. So I'm going to actually finish off here today, folks. So thanks for joining me. For those that have been watching just on YouTube video, thanks a lot for popping along for the ride. I hope this episode has been helpful for you. And for those on the live stream as well, it's been great having you and chatting with you today. So come back again soon. Hopefully we'll crack on with more Final Fantasy XII then. But that's it for me for today. I'm going to tune out for now. So take care, guys. See you soon.